So the changes since, let's say, 2009 to 2010, I'll mention about the changes in Stonefly IP SANs, and then I will get into the details of each product later on in the next slide. We had a product called ISC or ISCS. That has changed to ISC 6GS. What that means is basically the product is the software and all of that is the same, but the infrastructure or basically the hardware has changed to support 6 gigabit per second speed, which includes both disks, backplane, the HBAs, the RAID HBAs, all the infrastructure that we have. They are all now 6 gig, either SAS or even SATA. There are some 6 gig SATA drives that we do support. So the whole thing has changed to 6 gig infrastructure in ISC product. We have introduced a product called Voyager TSC, which is a kind of a lower cost than Voyager, but it does provide all the redundancy and all the, the storage capabilities that all of our product has. So this is a new product for in 2010. In a Voyager product line, what has changed that is similar to the ISC, everything has changed to a 6GS. So again, all the backplane, the RAID controllers, the cabling, everything has changed to the 6 gig per second SAS or SATA infrastructure. So obviously that has improved the performance drastically. OptiSAN has not changed. OptiSAN still, we still have the same product that we had before. So looking at the products, again, these are the 4 different families of our ITSAN products that we have. Our ISC 6GS is basically, you can consider that as a single controller ITSAN, versus the other 3 that are all redundant, active storage. So so the differences are the first one is single controller, the other ones are redundant. As you see in the red boards show the differences, and also the number of drives. So if you look at the scalability of these families, it changes from ISC from 108 all the way to 448 in the OptiSAN and Voyager family. They all support SAS 6 gig drives. They all support SSD, SATA 3 or 6 gig. They all support multiple 1 gig or 10 gig SCSI ports. And another factor which is common between all of our appliances is they all have something called expansion units. And this is something I got to emphasize, that it's a critical thing, is the difference between our offerings and our competitors is if somebody wants, for example, a 16 drive unit, we sell them a base unit, for example, in a Voyager, which has 16 drives. But when he wants to go beyond 16, he doesn't need to buy the whole base unit, which costs as much as the first one. He buys only an expansion unit, which is the fraction of the cost of a base unit. So going from a 16 drive to 32 drive, the difference in the cost is not as much as a lot of our competitors. When you go from 16 to 32, you basically got to buy two boxes of the same exact boxes. In our case, it's you just pay a fraction of the base cost of the base unit or the price of the base unit, and then you can expand to 32 drives. That is true for all of our appliances. All of our appliances have an expansion unit, which is the much lower price than the base unit. The common features of our appliances are, again, as I mentioned, multi-gigabit or 10 gig, And we do support, because of our flexibility of the hardware, we do support different type of 10 gig connector types, CX4, SFP+. In some of our appliances, different appliances have different number of SCSI ports, but one of them goes all the way to 11, either 1 gig or 10 gig ports. We have a feature called port teaming, failover, and load balancing. So it basically means that, for example, think you have 6 SCSI ports, you bound all of those into one, and then it gives you one IP address. And what it provides to the users is you don't have to worry about which port do I log into. You only have one IP address. So all the servers log into that one IP address. And we, behind the scenes, we load balance between all those 6 ports, and we distribute the load between those ports, and that's how we do the load balancing and failover, and everything is automatically done for the users.